And we are all set and super excited. Today is Wealth Wellness Wednesday, one of my favorite days of the week. This is a day that we're going to pay it forward. We're going to chat about that. But good morning, late morning to all of you on June, or what are we at? June 29th is today, I believe. Is that right? Or is it 28th? 28th. See, I don't know my days right. June 28th. And this is Girl So AKA Naughty Boss Live with two
sisters. Hey, good morning, almost good afternoon, everyone. This is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 6.0 on this Wealth Wellness Wednesday. And yeah, I just got this new book because I went to schedule some appointments for July, and then I'm like, oh, it ran out. So I ran out and got another one. But the one thing I should say that I don't like is that the dates are there, but the dates are in a lighter pink, so I can't see it. I have to like put it up to my face.
Oh Lordy. Well, that doesn't work out too good. Any Twitter updates? Which I know there's one in particular, but
well, there's definitely one in particular that I saw yesterday with a certain airplane that flew into Boston and saw this amazing lineup of gentlemen looking rather rough and gruff, and I was like, ooh, men in uniform, love that. SWAT team, so to speak. And I know that there's a different name, and
yes, they actually call it STOP team. You know, Massachusetts has to be politically correct,
right? So they're stomping all right. Didn't think much of the video. Loved seeing it, but didn't put two and two together until this morning, until Gary, my hubs, obviously informed me that someone we knew was in that picture. And then I'm like, oh my God. Then of course I had to watch the video over like 10,000 times. So
I know it. And that was pretty cool. And, you know, I was grateful that you sent me the Twitter link now that I'm on Twitter. And I was cracking up reading the comments. That is a big piece to Twitter. When you know something comes out, you're going to get viewpoints from either. But I have to say there was a lot of ignorance. You know, a lot of people has that phrase, ignorance is bliss. Oh, people, it is so not bliss. A lot of really sad reflections towards law enforcement as a whole, and the fact that they feel that those that were in charge of, making sure the former president, was, safe landing, secure, that, the teams that were involved were making a political statement. Couldn't be further from the truth. And I think that they forget that he still has duties that still watch over him, as being a former president, one who is actually going to be campaigning. They still have people that look out for them, which is very normal. It's not a political statement. It's just how it is. You would have to say that about many past presidents. Of course, they had special details and made sure wherever they were that they were in a secure, safe area. So I thought that was quite sad that people had that perspective. But again, it's Wealth Wellness Wednesday. You've got to kind of change your mindset up and understand that when people are coming up with, say, negative comments or despairing comments, sad comments, or even outrageous, I always go back to, you can't fix stupid, and ignorance is not bliss. Always be kind, always be respectful. Even if you don't like the person, does not mean that they don't deserve, to be safe. So I thought and there weren't, I wouldn't say there was tons of them, but there was quite a few. So I thought that was pretty, I don't know, how does that add value being that negative?
Well, it doesn't, because when a lot of times, and it's obviously in reference to this particular situation, ignorance is bliss is really the ignorance of the person making the comment, because it is not bliss. That's a fact. It is not bliss, because you are perfectly okay. And I want to be very clear about this as well. Perfectly, you're right to make whatever comment that you want. But free speech, we wholeheartedly support that. But when you do it in such a manner and you're getting these different comments on your comment, you got to be willing to take the heat.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And, we also have to remember that, bots play a big piece to it. There was one in particular that was really negative, but when you went to that particular person's page, they were for him. So then you wonder, like, is it a bot that's responding? Because a lot of times those kinds of things happen. So you have to realize, what is the point of having that negativity on social media? Why don't we use it for the good, for being positive, for sending out well wishes, being kind? That adds value. And I think when I think of people that do that, they really have too much time on their hands. Like, why don't you go out and volunteer somewhere? Why don't you, decide that you're going to go in and maybe help a school, volunteer there, or a church, or your community, or a soup kitchen? That adds value. Helping people adds value. But being a keyboard warrior over negative comments, or that's what you're spewing, that's what you're putting out in the universe. And we already know, we talk about this often, that the universe, our mindset, our thoughts are electric currents. So why don't you spark the world with goodness instead of trying to, take the light in the world and squish it and add darkness? I don't know. I just, humanity, at the end of the day, there is a lot of good and a lot of blessings with humanity, but you also have to be mindful that there's a lot of negativity as well, and you got to kind of squish it.
Yeah, you certainly do need to squish it for sure. And a friend of mine, and I think I told you about Hope at some point. She wrote a book. She lost her son due to murder, and what she wrote in it was obviously in a very emotional book coming from a mother's point of view. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is she comments on just be kind. What if we can just be kind and brighten someone's day? Because the bottom line is we never know what somebody else is going through. And from a mom, of course, standpoint, I certainly, and I'm sure you can as well, being a mom too, and a grandma, we come from that place where we are loving, we are caring, we are nurturing. So why can't we just be kind to others? Would it be maybe somebody that you disagree with, and why wouldn't I be kind? Are they kind to me? A lot of times not, but that's on them. That's not on me. So flip it around. Just be kind.
And think of the energy piece to it. It
Mhm.
takes a lot more energy to be angry. It takes a lot more energy to be hard and miserable and combative. Being kind could be just a smile. It could be a listening ear. It could be scrolling past the negative comments and still adding a positive comment. It could be checking in on people. How are you doing? I heard this happened. Are you okay? Do you need help? Those things don't take the same amount of energy, but the value of the energy that comes after the fact is what? It releases those endorphins. It makes people feel good that, someone thought of them. Those are positive avenues that your overall health and wellness is going to really ignite. And speaking of health and wellness, as most of you know, I've got probably about 3.5 more pounds to my goal weight, which I'm super, super pumped and excited. But I'm also excited because our company launched the new Elite patch, which you can still have this one, but they're doing the Duo. So the Duo patch is that much more powerful, that much larger, and it's going to be another game changer. And I think it's going to be something that those that are really looking to lose a lot of weight is really going to be an excellent tool. So I got my order in quick and they've already sold out. And that was the pre-order. So I believe, I'm fingers crossed that my order will go out like maybe July 7th-ish, somewhere in there. So I'm super excited about that. I also want to put out a word to so many people that are in direct sales, so many people that decided they wanted that entrepreneurship lifestyle. They wanted to be their own boss. They wanted to also take on a business with the least amount of risk. And we always talk about why direct sales, network marketing is such a good avenue for those that, they're not that 9 to 5er. Not everyone is, cookie cutter mold that wants to work for a big boss or a big corporation. They want to be able to work their own hours. They want to be able to know that what they're putting into what they're doing ultimately also is not just work. It might fit their passion, their desire to help others. And we understand with this economy that more and more network marketing companies, because just like corporations, this economy has attacked that, right? We know the cost of things have gone way, way up. And, it's good to check in with all our entrepreneurial friends. Hey, how you doing? Everything okay? You may have seen, I watched some of the other entrepreneurs that I know that are in different network companies, that maybe they earned a trip or they've gone on some sort of leadership conference. How did it go? And a lot of people have the misconception that someone that's in direct sales / and or network marketing, that all they want from you is the sale. And that could be further from the truth. And I think we have to remind our industry that as a whole, that no, we're not in it to, blindly message somebody and vomit our product or our company all over them, but rather show the opportunity, but also ask them about what they're doing. And I love networking with other networkers, because who knows better the time and energy that you put into building your team or your business than a fellow entrepreneur. Even if they're from a different company, it doesn't matter. And I think we have to, the direct sales field as a whole has got to do better with that. And I think, we are blessed that we can do that, even through our podcast, really being able and telling people out there that are in networking, how are things going? And let them know that each other's company doesn't have to be competitive, rather cheer each other on. Because ultimately, we all have that same passion, that same drive, that we want to be our own boss, or we want to take pride in what we do and be the product of the product. And everyone should cheer everyone on, don't you think?
Oh, I certainly think that as well. And, I appreciated, somebody sent, I think you and I, a message the
Yeah.
other day, and I appreciated that. I haven't had a chance to look at it. But I always love to learn, like, what is out there? How does it benefit, what I'm doing? Will it benefit what I'm doing? Will it benefit others? That sort of thing. So,
Right.
when somebody reaches out to you, they want to share something with you. And yes, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing that. But overall, it goes back to just be kind.
Absolutely. And, I think when you do that and you really share, even like there's other entrepreneurs in different businesses, and we might be part of a, say, networking type group. And I loved hearing what other companies not only are doing, how they're doing it. Because marketing, regardless of the product, and we are very postured. Our belief is that what we do is in the best and the top of the field. But like, I like to chat with other networkers that they're doing something totally different from maybe a product perspective, but how they go about, networking, how they go about chatting it with people. You learn so many good tools. And I always say, make sure that tool chest is open with many varieties of different ways. And it's, you can learn from other networkers from other companies. No, you're obviously going to adapt it to what you're doing. But what better, brainstorming can come from, a bunch of different people coming from all different backgrounds, all different companies, and sharing what works best for them. And it helps really make the industry as a whole better, I think.
Oh, I think it, no doubt, certainly does that and more. I do have a Twitter update.
Ooh, and that one came in. I love a Twitter update.
Yes, and we'll do a little segment too on who said that. But
Okay.
first, about 15 hours ago, Tucker Carlson posted episode number 7, and it's, excuse me, it's entitled "Irony Alert: The War for Democracy Enables Dictatorship." Very interesting. Definitely a must watch.
Mm,
3.5 million views.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
He's rocking it for sure.
who's the segment of Who Said That? And this is what this person said. He is clearly losing the war in Iraq.
Okay.
And yeah, anyways, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And there's some pet stuff on there. There's a newborn giraffe. I thought it was absolutely adorable, and he's trying to
Oh, cute.
just warn-
Does the giraffe have a name?
No, I don't see that as of yet, and he's trying to stand up, and it's just so cute. Anyways, those are my Twitter updates.
Oh, awesome, awesome stuff. Well, today is Wealth Wellness Wednesday, and we know what that means. This is the time for you to pay it forward. It has nothing, I want to reemphasize, nothing to do with the financial amount. It could be $1, it could be a tip, it could be $5, whatever you feel you want. It has to do with the action, the act of actually approaching someone with a financial exchange that you are doing to someone that you don't know. So this does not mean your neighbor. This does not mean your girlfriend or a family member or even your favorite charity. It's to an unsuspecting person. So what does that mean? They're not expecting it. They're not expecting to find $5 in a diaper bag. They're not expecting to find a $10 bill in a case of dried fat, canned food for a cat. They're not expecting, a couple bucks to be put in a container of baby wipes, right? All of a sudden they open up and pop, there's money. Or what am I on camera? I love to see the expression of these people. But the point being is the action that you want to attract more money. We know that having more money, what can we do with that? We can impact other people in a positive way. We can help someone, help our favorite charity, help a family member, do the kinds of things that you want to do because you're putting out in the universe that I'm attracting more money. And it's also having that healthy relationship with money. A lot of people don't like talking about money. Money is not a dirty thing to talk about. It is absolutely normal. And we have to normalize that, understanding that, of course, when you have more money, you may be able to take that vacation, buy that special object that you want. But at the end of the day, it's about helping other people. And when and how good it would feel, and imagine that and visualize that. Think of your favorite charity. I can see me writing to the name of that charity and physically do it. Take a blank check, write it out to whoever you want to impact, and write it out for $10,000 and have that visual in your mind, but also take that check and post it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. And what I also tell people is take another check and make it out to yourself and put whatever dollar figure that you want to visualize and see in your bank account. Do that. And again, post it somewhere. And because that's going to remind you. And what's that going to do? It's going to create that positive energy and that thought. And our thoughts are energies that are released into the universe. These are all good examples of really how to attract more money, but also the power of what you can do with more money. And that's what Wealth Wellness Wednesday is all about.
And that's certainly true. And by the way, I do have something dirty to say.
Okay.
Mud is dirty. Truly, mud is dirty.
Mud is dirty. That's true. I like that.
Thought I was going to say something else, right?
Yes, you were.
Maybe
I like
something
that. I like that you rephrased it.
Yes, mud is dirty. Share the wealth in a way that feels good to you. Again, it's not about the monetary amount. It's about you creating an energy which is the ripple effect that will affect others. And on that note, we hope you have an amazing Wealth Wellness Wednesday. My name is Janice, your go-to Twitter update gal, and Wellness Diva 6.0, and I'm with two
sisters, and this is Carol, so AKA Naughty Boss. We've got thunderstorms coming in, could not get my pickleball in, and I was actually only going to do a few shots because I'm still I'm mindful not to retweak my back, as well as we're super excited and pumped. We're in the villages sharing all about the Thrive experience and really talking about the importance of taking care of ourselves and being accountable to ourselves. Because at the end of the day, when you are your best version, guess what? That's going to transcend your best version, is going to transcend to other people with kindness, helping them to understand the importance of gut health, and just knowing that you're doing something good for other people. It's a good feeling. With that, we wish you a great day with Wealth Wellness Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow for Trending Thursday. I'm sure there'll be a lot of things trending on Twitter, and I can't wait for the updates, Jan.
Awesome. I'll be on it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now.
Take care. Bye-bye.